Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is the Maraudon farm for Elemental Earth and the like. So where we are now is at the Scepter entrance to Maraudon. So one of the requirements you'll need for this farm is the Scepter of Celebras. What you'll do is you'll use the Scepter just here, and you'll be able to teleport to the instance. Now, this farm is upwards to 225 gold per hour, but can be as low as 140 depending on how lucky you are. So I would really recommend sticking at it rather than just, you know, doing it once, finding you didn't get great money and then stopping. So I make this farm better by having Herbalism and mining. So Blindweed, Ghost Mushroom, Mithril ore, Strangle Kelp, True Silver, Solid Stone, all that type of stuff. Now Blindweed at the moment is selling for 1 gold 12 as per my last scan, so that was a 3 pop there. So there is really, really good money in this instance. You just have to stick at it. Now the first room you come to, you will have Mithril ore and Blindweed. There's 2 spawns for it, over here and over here. Now I have a macro to swap between Herbalism and mining on my mouse button. The macro is car sequence, find minerals, find herbs. Just swap between the two constantly, and you will constantly find new nodes. Once you've done the farm 4 or 5 times, you will end up just remembering where the nodes can spawn. So like I said, what we're after here is the herbs, the mining, and the elemental earth that can drop off the elemental packs. And the elemental packs are the only mobs we're going to be killing. Now you can do this on a rogue, which means you can do this on any class, because rogues have probably the worst AoE in the game. So follow the route that I do. It's the most optimized and the one that I found is the quickest. And you can get these runs down to about 18 minutes each quite comfortably. But this one will probably take me a bit longer, as I'll be explaining along the way. So we've got another Blindweed here. And your first elemental pack will start pathing through as we get this Blindweed. Now the elemental packs come in 2 forms. You can get 1 elemental with 4 to 5 smaller ones. These are the easy packs. And the other pack you can get is 2 elementals. Now, when the large elemental dies, it will split into smaller ones, which is why the 2 large elementals start with is harder, because you'll just have more mobs, but also a higher chance for some elemental earth. So on a pack like this, I can just pop Blade Flurry and be absolutely fine. Now the large mobs can stun, just like that there, and that can't be dodged or blocked or parried or resisted. You'll just get stunned. It's always nice to have a couple of healing potions with you in case things go south. We just got our first elemental earth there on the first pack, which is nice. But any class can do this, and because the mobs are so low level, they just don't aggro to you when you run past them. So as long as you follow my route, you won't have any problems. We're also going to kill probably 2 bosses. I think it's most beneficial just to kill 2. We won't kill Princess because we can't as a rogue. But we'll kill Landslide, and we'll also kill the little goblin at the bottom. Oh, we just had another elemental earth. So that's 2. 2 on our first pack, which is really, really nice. We'll kill, I think it's 9 packs in total. So if we got 2 from each pack, you know, that'd be 18 per run, which would be ridiculous. The most I've had is 10 in a singular run. But the lowest I've had is 1. So there is some variation. Now you'll come up here. Don't turn right, even though there's something nice down there. We're going to go this way because we will end up jumping down by rock grip and coming back out this way towards the end of the farm, regardless. So I'm going to go grab this Blindweed over here, and then we'll travel up to Landslide. Landslide can be a bit tricky, so I will pop a cooldown on it. But even though he is an elemental giant, he's not immune to bleeds or poisons. There's also a patrol down here of these elementals. So this is one of the 2 larger ones. Now, I'm not going to kill them just yet. I'm going to go kill Landslide first. But these are the harder packs. So with this pack here, I would press Blade Flurry and Evasion. One thing I have to make this farm easier is the Heroism card, because it will give me a chance to heal on a melee hit, which is really, really nice. And it can also proc off of an extra hit from Sword Specialization as well, which just makes it even smoother. And then I've just got my normal raiding set on with a talent spec with just riposte and some dodge on there to keep me alive a little bit longer. So before we kill Landslide, I will put on some poisons. and I will pop evasion on this boss here. And open with a garrote, because he can't be stunned, but he can be garroted. Now, one thing to know about this boss is when he gets to roughly half health, he will summon a load of adds. Now, the adds, you can just ignore them, because they really don't do anything, and as soon as he dies, the adds despawn anyway. Obviously, if you are in trouble with health, you can try and cleave them just to prevent some of the outgoing damage on you. But just make sure you position them so they can't hit you in the back. Okay, so we got loads of stuff there. A load of solid stone, 7 solid stone, and a blue as well to sell. But no elemental earth this time, but he can drop one. You can get the runs down to about 18 minutes, if you're good. I would say like a hunter and a druid could do it even faster because they have self-heals and some more movement than we have. Your bags do fill up quite quickly, so I definitely recommend coming with some nice empty bags. So on this pack here, I'm going to pop Blade Flurry and Adrenaline Rush for the 2 elite packs. And it's always best if you're a rogue to open with a cheap shot so that you can get those 2 free combo points to then instantly put a slice and dice up with your Blade Flurry. So the inbuilt healing from Crusader alongside the Heroism Trinket just makes this farm so much easier. You'll just be stopping and healing more, and you might even have to vanish a couple of times on these packs, reset, and then kill the little ones afterwards if your gear is lacking slightly. So after we've cleared this area, we will go through this way towards Princess, and I'm still spamming my macro to change my tracking type for herbs. Now you can run past this, it won't aggro. And then what I'm going to do here is just put a distract on those and heal up before I take that pack on, because I want to make sure I've got my Blade Flurry off cooldown, which is another 45 seconds. There's no point fighting them without Blade Flurry, because you'll just have to vanish and reset. But if you do vanish, the smaller mobs that respawn or that spawn out of the large one do not despawn. So you can just reset and kill them. These are social tied, so that one should still pull even if the others don't. after I've killed that pack, I will slightly run down towards Princess, even though we are jumping down into the water, because there can be a Blindweed that spawns just over here. So I will check for that visually. It's not there. So you can see we've got some Strangle Kelp. Now, I'm still not sure if it's worth getting the Strangle Kelp or not. If you get a 3-pop on the node, it's decent. Rock Grip, however, is scary. We're not going to fight Rock Grip because he puts a bleed on you. And if you don't have your loofah, which is the item you get from the quest in the burn in Searing Gorge, I wouldn't even bother fighting him. The bleed will just kill you. So I got 2 from that one. Last scan on the Strangle Kelp was only, 17 silver. It's probably not worth the time. It's better just to keep going and killing the mobs. However, if you've got cooldowns and you're waiting for them to reset, you might as well get them on the way past. So we're about halfway through with the run by now. We've taken 10 minutes so far. About halfway through. I did 1 run just before this, and I got 3 earth from it. And we've had 2 so far. So we've still got another 3 packs to do, plus there's lots of mithril ore and more herbs up this way too. And we're going to kill the goblin as well, which can drop the focal sword, which sells for about 4 gold as well. So there can be a mithril ore node down here, which there. Oh, it's a true silver, and I don't have the mining for it yet on this guy, so can't do that one yet. And there can be a Blindweed that spawns just behind that Hydra as well. Okay, so we've got a mithril over there, and we've got these ones. Make sure you spend your combo points before they die as well. I often forget to, and it's just a bit of a waste. You can see here if you were a warrior that could Whirlwind, or you're a priest of Holy Nova, or any class, a paladin with consecration, etc. This would be so much smoother for you, and you'd be able to do it quicker than me. Oh, baby firefly's dead. Nice. Ooh, so we've got a ghost mushroom alongside a mithril. I think it's 225 I need for true silver, so I'll have that after a few more runs of this. Eventually, when I get 3 set, tier 2.5, my evasion will have a much lower cooldown as well. Take it off by a minute, which if you combine it with the evasion reducing talent, you can have evasion up every 2.5 minutes, which is really nice. Okay, so we've got another double elite pack. So I'll pop Blade Flurry and Adrenaline Rush for that one. Okay, so now we're going to kill this Tinkerer dude. He's immune to cheap shot, but not immune to poisons or bleeds. But you cannot disarm him with riposte. I will pop evasion on him because he is a bit of a fucker. You can't dodge this fire, by the way. No matter if you turn around, it will just follow you, so there's no point. Now, if you're enchanting, say you're like mining and enchanting, or herbalism enchanting, you can disenchant these for a large brilliant shard, which is nice. You can get a blindweed spawn there. You can also get a mithril ore here and a ghost mushroom just here. And the next pack will be patrolling down now. So I think we've got 2 more packs to go. And we're at 16 minutes. Okay, so this is just a normal pack, so I don't even need to wait for my evasion or adrenaline rush here. I can just use this with Blade Flurry. The reason I like having herbalism and mining so much here is because even if you get unlucky, which I have been quite unlucky with Elemental Earth this run, only getting 2, you don't lose out because you've still got some extra gold along the way. Now this mob can sometimes pull when you get that mithril, so I'll try to do it without pulling it, but if they do pull, it will social aggro all of them. But they're not very strong. They're non-elites, so you can still kill them. But if you jump on top of the node... Oh, okay, we're good. Next pack should be here, which will be the last one. Be patrolling down in a second, I think. Or I might have just killed the last pack down there. Okay, yep, that's all the packs. So, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to watch your stream if you want to stream it. Oh no, it's there. The last pack's patrolling up. I'm happy to watch your stream and talk you through it if you want. But the route is pretty simple. You just follow a fairly linear path. And then obviously, because this is the last pack, I will just pop all my cooldowns on this. Make this go super fast. Maybe we can get an elemental earth from this last pack, which would be nice. No. Right, so that's the farm. And then what you do is you'll log out on this character, reset the instance on another one, or if you don't have another account, just get a guildie to invite you, give them lead, let them reset it and log back in, and you'll end up back at the Kodo Graveyard, which is just over here. Do the Gravemoss, and then run back. Or if you need to sell, like I probably will do one more run and then sell, run up through the graveyard, follow this road, do the Gravemoss on the way at Nigel's Point, vendor your grey items, come back down. And that's it.